Hey guys, I've put together a video for you today, and I'm going to be doing a taste test of over 30 different flavors of soda. A lot of them are rare and discontinued. Some of them are simply just obscure and really hard to find. But this basically is going to be the best of the best out of all the sodas that I've reviewed on my channel out of the entire year and 4 or 5 months that I've been working on this. And it's taken me probably about 2 to 2.5 hours to put this video together, to write down all the information of every last one of these sodas. I will give you guys a brief description of every single last one of these sodas and then undergo a taste test. And this is going to be a little bit of a lengthier video, but hang in there and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to a brand new episode of Maximus the Fourth. Let's start with Moxie. For those of you that have never heard of Moxie, it is actually one of the absolute original cola sodas that was created. Let me give you a little rundown on it. Moxie was created in 1884 by Maine native Dr. Augustine Thompson of Union, and is among the first sodas to ever be produced. Has a similar taste of root beer, but has a very tangy, bitter taste. It is distinctively different. It's flavored with a gentian root extract, an extremely bitter substance commonly used in herbal medicine. Let's do a taste test. Just a side note, I will also try to hit every last one of these sodas chronologically. That way, as the viewers, you guys can get a really good idea to just see exactly what cool sodas were out there and how the world of soda has evolved. Here we go. Okay, so it has a very bitter smell. It's crazy. It's like root beer with that crazy gentian root extract. Ooh, that is so different. So weird, but so good. If you've never tried it, Moxie is an absolute must try. Next up, I have a bottle here of an 80s bottle of lemon lime slice. This was actually Pepsi's very first lemon lime flavor. Lemon lime slice was eventually discontinued in 1998, replaced with Storm, which that was discontinued in 2000. Then that was replaced with Sierra Mist, and then Sierra Mist was discontinued in 2023, and then it was replaced with Starry. Let's do a taste test of lemon lime slice. Very unique taste. It's definitely aged. This bottle is most definitely from the 80s. I don't know exactly what year. It came out in 1984. But you can definitely tell that it had its own unique flavor even with the aged taste. Not bad. I would give that a 7 out of 10 even as it is. Next up, we have Cherry Cola Slice. This is actually from 1986 to 1988. This is actually the only soda that I will not open up in this video and try, and it's because it is so incredibly valuable. If a Cherry Cola Slice shows up like this one that's sealed, unopened, in full, it is worth $700. But for those of you that do want to see me drink this, there's two different videos that I will leave the links of down in the description below. But for now, I'll just give you a little bit of a history lesson. It all goes back in 1982 when Coca-Cola was starting a taste testing lab, and then they came out with Cherry Coke in 1985. PepsiCo, before Coca-Cola came out with Cherry Coke, they started a campaign of their own, came out with a Cherry Pepsi, in which the US never went under the name of Cherry Pepsi ever. Instead, they took a different route and created a different line of drinks called Slice, in which Cherry Cola Slice was one of them. So this is the absolute original cherry flavor of soda under the authority of PepsiCo as far as the States is concerned. This is known as the holy grail of many collectors as far as Pepsi item products are concerned. Next up, what we have here is a vintage bottle of Crystal Pepsi from 1992. This was originally released in 1992, I believe, in order to compete with Vanilla Coke, but due to poor sales, in 1993 it was discontinued and pulled off the shelves forever due to low sales. Here we go, let's do a taste test. That dark color is because of the formula that they originally put in this Crystal Pepsi. If it had too much exposure to the sun, it would definitely turn a different color, and it's definitely not crystal clear like it should be. Ugh, so weird. Yeah, probably 3 out of 10. That several decades worth of aging is, yeah, it's not good. Next up, what we have here is a original vintage bottle of Pepsi Blue from 2002 to 2004. Pepsi Blue was originally released to compete with Vanilla Coke, and it was inspired by Pepsi's own very successful Mountain Dew item of Code Red. PepsiCo wanted to come out with a product that was going to be just as retro and crazy as Mountain Dew Code Red and Pepsi Blue, but unfortunately it was discontinued in 2004 because of a highly controversial chemical agent that turned it blue, which was blue number 1. Here we go, let's do a taste test. I will use the already opened bottle for this. Pepsi Blue was one of my favorite sodas growing up as a kid. I remember it very, very vividly. It was amazing, the absolute best at the time, and you just couldn't beat it. Pepsi Blue. Ugh, so good. Holy crap, that is so good. Massive 8 out of 10. Amazing. Next up, what we have here is a bottle of Pepsi Vanilla from 2019. However, this goes back to 2003. Originally, PepsiCo released it to compete with Vanilla Coke, which was released in 2002. This initial run lasted until 2008. It then came back in 2014, but only as a real sugar variant. And then the legit real stuff came back in 2019. And then in 2020, there was an aluminum shortage, so PepsiCo took Vanilla Pepsi as one of their side products and cut it way back. And now to this day, Vanilla Pepsi, or Pepsi Vanilla, is a very elusive and very hard to find soda. Much harder to find. Let's do the taste test. For the viewers, go ahead and just scan that bottle real quick. Oh, so good. So, so good. If you've never tried a Pepsi Vanilla, you're missing out on life itself. You got to find a way to get a hold of this. I think it is available in New Jersey. That's the only state that I know of that it's in. Next up, what we have here is Mountain Dew Baja Blast. This is not really a super rare flavor of soda. Let's get into the history. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. This flavor was first made available in 2004, created for and exclusively sold at the Taco Bell locations. It was a collaboration between the company and Mountain Dew, owners of PepsiCo. One of the first instances of a restaurant offering an exclusive soda beverage was created to increase sales of food fountain soda. Goes all the way back to 2004, It is kind of rare because it's in a can. It's not always available on store shelves. This is from a recent release on store shelves. Let's try the taste. Dew with a blast of natural and artificial tropical lime flavor. It has a very, very unique taste. It's very good. I would give that a very solid 8 out of 10. Next up, what we have here is a can of Mountain Dew Pitch Black, which was released in 2023. This very edition was released in 2023. Mountain Dew Pitch Black was originally released in 2004 for Halloween season, and it made many different runs where it was discontinued and came back, and it was eventually released as a permanent flavor and then discontinued for good in 2019. And then there was another soda that came out called Mountain Dew Baja Deep Dive, which was to explore the lost treasures of Baja Island, in which the lost treasures was Mountain Dew Pitch Black. I could go on and on and on. Here we go. 2023, ladies and gentlemen, Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Dew with a blast of dark citrus punch flavor with other natural flavors. Oh, that's got a really nice grape flavor. Not bad at all. I would give that a very solid 7 out of 10. Next up, what we have here is a bottle of Mountain Dew Game Fuel. The flavor of this was Mountain Dew Citrus Cherry. It's dew with a blast of citrus cherry flavor. Mountain Dew Game Fuel in 2005 and 2006, the Game Fuel branding was to promote Xbox 360 and gaming related events. In 2007, it was rebranded and gaming related events. In 2007, it was rebranded as a drink lineup which promoted recently released video games. The promotion traditionally included a limited time release of reoccurring flavor citrus cherry alongside a brand new flavor. There were video games like Halo, probably Modern Warfare 2. The list goes on. I could go on and on. Let's taste this bad boy and see what we're dealing with, baby. It is rumored that this is supposed to make a comeback this year in 2023 in the fall season. Not bad at all. Has its own very unique flavor, and I actually like the taste without the fizz in it. It makes it more unique. Very solid 7 out of 10. If you've never tried it, beware. It's coming back this year in the fall season. Next up, what we have here is a 2-liter bottle of 7-Up Pomegranate. 7-Up Pomegranate was sold in Canada by PepsiCo for a limited time during the 2007 season as the Canadian alternative to Sierra Mist Lemon Squeeze, a pomegranate flavored variety that was sold for the holiday season in the US from 2007 to 2010 and saw returns in 2016, 2021, and 2022. I actually personally found this bottle in the holiday seasons at my local store Food for Less during the holiday seasons. This is absolutely not available everywhere, and it's pretty stinking hard to find. I do think that there are some places like Ralph's in Camarillo, California that has it year long, if I'm not mistaken. But it is a very good flavor that I've tried before, and it's pretty stinking good. Here we go. Very, very good flavor of pomegranate. It has a little bit more of a mild taste, but for a mild tasting soda, this is one of the best out there. I would give it a very solid 7 out of 10. DJ Glowing Ice, I will be sending you a bottle of this at some point. Next up, what we have here is Mountain Dew Sangrita Blast. Now, this is actually one of the more rare items. It's been discontinued now for 6 to 8 years. And here we go. Mountain Dew Sangrita Blast was a franchise exclusive Mountain Dew flavor available from 2013 to 2017 only at Taco Bell restaurants. In the summer of 2015, it was released in cans and bottles on store shelves for a limited time only alongside Baja Blast. So this was a Taco Bell exclusive because it had poor sales from the fountain. It was discontinued eventually, but I actually really like this. And this is one of the very few cans that I will drink at its entirety in this video. Let's go. One can of Mountain Dew Sangrita Blast nowadays, people are asking $50 to $75 per container of it because it's pretty valuable. Oh man, very, very unique. It has a taste like you'd never tasted before. It's due with a blast of natural and artificial citrus punch flavors. This soda has a lot of good and a lot of bad reviews. Either you love it or you hate it. I personally love it. And it is one of the sodas that is loaded with fizz. It's not so much so a capacity challenge, because some fizz makes your stomach expand when you're chugging it, but the fizz just burns the crap out of you. There is a different variation of this soda called Mountain Dew Cyclone, which is the same exact ingredients of Sangrita Blast. You can find it in some gas stations among the nation, but it even takes Badlands Chugs 30 seconds to down a DOS boot of this stuff. Is how ridiculously potent the fizz is. It just burns the crap out of you. Next up, what we have here is Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry. This was actually originally branded as Sprite Cranberry. Sprite Cranberry was a Sprite flavor inventively released for a limited time annually in the United States during the winter seasons from 2013 to 2018. In 2019, it got rebranded and reformulated, renamed Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry onwards. I personally like the original Sprite Cranberry better than Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry, even though this is a little bit out of sequence, because Sprite Cranberry was released in 2013 at first. I'm going to do this one next. Here we go. This is available every year during the holiday seasons only. It is a holiday drink through Coca-Cola. Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry. Ladies and gentlemen, LA Beast wannabe here, baby. Okay, you can definitely taste maybe a little bit of the cranberry. There's more of a weird minty, I don't know. It's such a unique flavor. If you've never tried it, look for it during the holiday seasons. You should be able to find it in most of your local grocery stores. Next up, what we have here is a bottle of Crystal Pepsi, modern day Crystal Pepsi from 2018. Very thankfully, because of the LA Beast, he helped bring back Crystal Pepsi at first in 2015. And it's the same ingredients as 2015 in this 2018 bottle. That's why we're going to try this next. The story goes on with Crystal Pepsi. It made probably 6 or 7 different releases from 2015 all the way up to 2022, so on and so forth. Let's get into the taste test, baby. Here we go. Crystal Pepsi, ladies and gentlemen. It has such a unique flavor. It tastes so much different than Pepsi in regards to its uniqueness. It does have a little bit of a Pepsi taste to it, but it's very unique. Anybody that has not tried a modern day Crystal Pepsi, get on eBay and buy some of these. I actually have some for sale myself. Next up, what we have here is a bottle of Mountain Dew Whiteout. It was previously known as flavor number 493, is a Mountain Dew flavor first released in stores in 2010 as a finalist in the second Democracy 2 promotion, where it was won and became a permanent flavor in the US. Here we go. Mountain Dew Whiteout, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely one of the more rare, harder ones to find. I think it is available in some regions of the country or seasonal drink. I don't know. It's just kind of a neat little flavor. I'm starting to feel it a little bit from all these taste tests. But you know, Maximus the Fourth is a retired chugger, baby. So I can handle anything. Whiteout, smooth citrus flavored dew with other natural flavors. Very legit flavor. I'm not sure what to make of that. It's like eating a snowball that has, what the heck am I even saying here? Yeah, a citrusy flavor, Mountain Dew Whiteout. Next up, what we have here is an ever so unique flavor of soda from Japan. This is Felice Melon Cream Soda. It's very rare only because you can only find it in Japan. However, you can spend a little bit of a tiny small fortune on Amazon or on eBay. Stay away from eBay. It's way too expensive there. Either way, you can find these maybe at, I don't know what I'm saying. It's just a cool flavor soda available in Japan. If you're curious enough, go to Amazon. It's very reasonable. A little bit pricey for what it is, but reasonable. And look at how unique that is. That's like, it's just amazing. Oh, so refreshing. Very, very refreshing. DJ Glowing Ice, I'm very excited to see what you have to say about this. For you viewers out there, go on Amazon, buy some of that and try it. You will absolutely love it. Very refreshing. Next up, what we have here are two different variations of Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot. Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot was first released as an online Dew Store exclusive flavor in August of 2021. It sold out on Mountain Dew's website in just 1 hour, this one right here. Then 8 months later, in 2022, it was released in stores in April of 2022 for a limited time. So the only real difference of these two cans is that on the new one, there's that green citrus lime on it, Dew with a blast of heat and citrus. This one, it doesn't really say. So basically Mountain Dew collaborated with Cheetos and came out with a Flamin' Hot flavor. This is actually one of my more favorite sodas out there. Let's try the original one first. Okay, and this is a very spicy type of soda. Not so much it'll burn you, but it'll make you cough if you inhale the fizz or smell it. See? But it's very good. It's one of my favorites for sure. Let's try the one that has the lime on the can. Oh. See what I mean? Spicy. So there's not much of a doggone difference in these two, except I would say that the old one is a little bit spicier, and I like the old one a little bit more. But they're both pretty much for the most part just as good. And if you've not tried it, you can easily find either one of these on eBay for a very reasonable price. Even if you have to pay like upwards of 50, $60, you could probably find a 6 pack of either one of these for 30 to 40 bucks. Oh my gosh, I'm getting soda drunk. Next up, what we have here is a can of Mountain Dew Voodoo 2019. Mountain Dew Voodoo 2019 was a Mountain Dew flavor that was officially released for the Halloween season of 2019, marking the first annual release of the Voodoo series. In fall of 2022, this flavor was alongside 2020 and both 21 returned as the ghosts of Voodoo passed in the online Dew store for a limited time. Although it was a mystery flavor, it later on was revealed that it's supposed to taste like candy corn. The Voodoo flavors are actually pretty good, I think. It has a very, very strong syrupy smell and taste. I could see why that they were trying to make it taste like candy corn. It tastes a little bit different than candy corn, but it has that very strong syrupy smell and taste to it that can make you puke, just like candy corn if you eat too much of it. But definitely a must try. Go on eBay and look for some of that. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Next up, what we have here is a bottle of Coca-Cola Starlight. I believe this is from 2021. This actually reminds me whole lot of Pepsi Fire, believe it or not. This tastes pretty similar to Pepsi Fire. For those of you who have not tried Pepsi Fire, it's quite an experience. Anyways, Coca-Cola Starlight was launched for Coca-Cola Creations, an innovation platform of the Coca-Cola Company focused on selling limited edition flavors of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar format. This is a limited edition. It is now discontinued. It is the absolute original flavor from the Coca-Cola line's creation, and it's supposed to be a space flavor. Look at how unique that color is. Totally reminds me of Pepsi Fire. Tastes so similar to Pepsi Fire too. Very unique, not the best soda out there. I would probably give it a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10 if I'm being really generous. But if you can, look for some of that on eBay. It's definitely worth an experience. Next up, what we have here is a can of Mountain Dew Voodoo 2020. Mountain Dew Voodoo flavor that was officially released for the Halloween season of 2020, marking the second annual release of the Voodoo series in the fall of 2022. This flavor, alongside 2019 and 2021, returned as Ghost of Voodoo Pass in the online Dew store for a limited time while supplies last. Although this was a mystery flavor, it was later on revealed as Fruit Candy Explosion, or some would say it tastes like Starbursts. And I have seen a video with DJ Glowing Ice and his buddy Jimmy, and Jimmy actually thought that this tastes like Skittles, and I actually agree with him. Very, very unique, wonderful flavor. I like it. Oh, yeah, that smells exactly like Skittles. Way to go, Jimmy. Exactly like Skittles. That Jimmy dude knows exactly what he is talking about. Holy mackerel. Oh my gosh. That is exactly like Skittles. Exactly! Look for some of this on eBay. I am getting so soda drunk. Holy crap. Next up, what we have here is the ever so unique Vanilla Bean Bold Ginger Ale. Now, there's really not anything online as far as information goes other than some people doing some reviews on it. but really all I can do is tell you only what I know about it. And this was a limited winter edition released in 2021. It is actually one of the more hidden, rare soda and very good soda tasting gems out there. And I personally have made probably over $400 off of sales on selling this in batches on eBay of 27.5 ounce cans in each batch. And there's just not a lot of people that know about this soda. And I actually claim to be the complete sole owner of this soda, the only person in the entire nation that even has this available for sale. So if you're curious enough, go on eBay, look up Vanilla Bean Bold Ginger Ale, and you will see that I am the only one who has it available. This is also a very spicy soda. It will definitely make you cough if you smell it or inhale the fizz in a certain way. Very unique and very good. One of my favorite sodas out there for sure. Cannot wait to see what DJ Glowing Ice has to say about that one. Yeah, again, that's an absolute hidden gem. There's not a lot of people that know about it. And if I've made over $400 off of selling 7 or 8 different batches, then you got to know that it's a hidden gem and people are absolutely curious about it. So buy some of this from me off of eBay and help support my channel. I would appreciate it. Next up, what we have here is Pepsi Cola Hot Chocolate. This is actually one of the more rare sodas. Not only is it rare and discontinued, but there were only 4,800 to 5,000 cans ever made. And this is a Pepsi sweepstakes item. What you would do is to log on to Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, post a picture of yourself holding a cup of hot chocolate on National Hot Chocolate Day, and then that would enter you into a drawing to hopefully be one of the very lucky winners to try this. Whew. And this is actually one of the absolute better tasting sodas that I've tasted. The best one on my channel that I've rated. This one is definitely a 10 out of 10. A must try for any soda fan out there who has not tried it. Yeah, even with all the soda in my system right now, that still tastes absolutely amazing. This would have been one of the very few that I would have drank the entire one of, but I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sodas to try, so I gotta hang in there. Pepsi Cola Hot Chocolate, ladies and gentlemen. It was originally named as Pepsi Cacao Cola, which was way too close to Coca-Cola. So last minute, PepsiCo, instead of producing new cans, they just put basically a plastic label over the original can, and that is not the original can. That's just a piece of whatever you want to call it that's over the can. Next up, what we have here is Dr. Pepper Fantastic Chocolate. If you've made it this far into this video, hang in there. We're getting very close to being done here. So it was a very similar principle to PepsiCo's sweepstakes deal. Instead, Dr. Pepper, since they have a whole different company as Dr. Pepper themselves, they had this Dr. Pepper Fan Perks website, which you were to log into to basically take all of your QR codes and codes from Dr. Pepper original bottles and place those codes to get points and to spam those points by buying as many bottles of Dr. Pepper as you can to hopefully get enough points to where you can buy one of these very limited items. There was only like a couple thousand, maybe up to 8, 9, or 10,000 2-packs of these produced. So it's not only a rare and discontinued item, it is also numbered, and you can only win it. So this actually tastes just like a Tootsie Roll, and I've given this an 8 out of 10 on my channel. Exactly I mean exactly, tastes just like a Tootsie Roll. Next up, what we have here is a modern day bottle of Pepsi Blue from 2021. After, I want to say, 17 years later, after this was originally discontinued in 2004, PepsiCo finally brought it back in 2021. It was one of the items that people just absolutely begged Pepsi to bring back, and they finally did. And yeah, it only lasted for about 3 months in the summer season, and it's not near as good as the original one, I don't think. The ingredients are definitely different. It just doesn't have that authentic taste like it once did. It doesn't really taste like the original berry fusion cola with the aftertaste of cotton candy. It kind of has that taste, but it's a lot more artificial. But nevertheless, it was still very decent. I'd probably give this one an 8 out of 10. So yeah, again, if you've not tried modern day Pepsi Blue, go on eBay and get yourself some. It's definitely worth it. Next up, what we have here is Mountain Dew Voodoo 2021. It was released in August to the end of October when PepsiCo unveiled Voodoo's 2021 mystery flavor to be Fruit Candy Chews. This 2021 release also marks the mascot of Voodoo Grim, endorsed by the official Mountain Dew Twitter account. So this was released obviously in the Halloween season. And yeah, let's get the taste test done and out of the way. Whew! I feel so alive, baby. Okay, that's definitely much different than the 2020 flavor. I feel like they did a very good job in making each and every last one of these flavors very unique. I would say that tastes like a blueberry bubble gum. Something very unique like that. It's absolutely insane. Again, if you have not tried this, go on eBay and get yourself some. Next up, what we have here is Mountain Dew Baja Deep Dive. This was another Pepsi sweepstakes item that you had to log on and follow the instructions of PepsiCo in order to get a chance to win. This was inspired for the Lost Treasures in Baja Island. In looking down here, right there, or is it right here? Yeah, right there in that sea creature's hand, its tentacles. That is a animated bottle of Mountain Dew Pitch Black, and it is right next to the treasures. Mountain Dew Pitch Black was discontinued in 2019, and this was in 2022 when they came out with Mountain Dew Baja Deep Dive. There were only 18,000 six-packs that they sent out for winners, so there are over 100,000 cans of this in existence, and you can still find them on eBay. But the Lost Treasures was Mountain Dew Pitch Black. It had been discontinued for 4 years, and it actually did come back in 2023. So this was a correct and cool thing. Some people think that this tastes like a combination of Mountain Dew Pitch Black and Baja Blast mixed, but some people say that it tastes like Mountain Dew Baja Blast, but it has like blueberries in it. My brother-in-law Eli is a complete soda snob, and he loves Baja Blast. And I gave him one of these, and he tried it, and even he thought it tasted better than Baja Blast Original. This is a very, very good soda. For those of you who've not tried it, it's a must-try, and it has a very unique color. It is similar in color to Baja Blast, but it's a much darker green. Very, very good. If you've not tried it, again, go on eBay. Get yourself 1 can or a 6-pack if you want. Give it a shot. It is definitely worth it. Next up, what we have is Mountain Dew Maui Burst. It is worth nothing that the Maui Burst flavor of Mountain Dew was launched for a limited time period. However, it eventually became a permanent flavor available in dollar stores and priced at $1 for a 16-ounce can. Sometimes they do limited releases of this with 12-ounce cans, and I think this has a history going all the way back to, I want to be conservative, somewhere between 2019 to 2021. I'm not sure what they mean about it being a permanent flavor because I have never really seen this on store shelves, maybe once. But it has a very unique, cool color to it, and the flavor is pretty decent. Cool graphics on the can as well. Not bad, not bad. Due with the blast of pineapple flavor. Yeah, decent. I'd give that one probably a 7 out of 10. Next up, what we have here is Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. It was released in 2022 on May 2nd in the US as a permanent flavor in 20-ounce bottles as an exclusive only found at Circle K gas stations. It is due with a blast of berry plum, natural and artificial flavor. This is actually one of the better tasting Mountain Dew flavors that I've ever had personally. If you have not tried it, it's a must try. Again, go on eBay, buy yourself some, get your fix. It is a wonderful experience. So the fizz is gone, but this definitely still tastes the way that it should. It definitely has a lot more of a watery taste because the fizz is gone, but the flavor's still there. Mountain Dew Purple Thunder, get your fix and give it a try. Next up, what we have here is Coca-Cola Marshmello. It was launched in June of 2022 in a collaboration with the very famous music artist Marshmello. It had strawberry and watermelon flavors. It's not bad. I think this is off store shelves now up to this point, but again, if you're curious enough to try it, you know where to find it. Next up, what we have here is a can of Mountain Dew Voodoo 2022. Was originally released in 2022 for the Halloween season. Although it was a mystery flavor, it has been unveiled that it tastes just like Sour Patch Kids candies. I actually agree with that. My wife actually figured that out for me before I even found any information of that online, and I completely agree with her. It tastes just like Sour Patch Kids candies, especially the orange ones. They actually do have the latest flavor of Mountain Dew Voodoo 2023. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if it's dropped in my local stores yet, but I will find it and do a review on it. Let's go. Oh yeah, just like Sour Patch Kids. Very unique. I would probably rate this as my least favorite Mountain Dew Voodoo flavor, but I would still give it a very fair 6.5 out of 10. Next up, what we have here is Coca-Cola Soul Blast. If you've made it this far in the video, you're doing good. We're almost done. This video idea was originally inspired from Mr. DJ Glowing Ice's idea with his buddy Jimmy when they did trying out every Reese's candy that we could find. I took their idea and did a video in this, trying as many rare flavors of soda that I could find. So thank you, DJ Glowing Ice. This has been a fun, great idea. Coca-Cola Soul Blast. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Soul Blast was a limited edition Coca-Cola Creations flavor that was only released in Japan beginning in late 2022. The flavor was a promotion for the popular anime series Bleach. Here we go. It is such a flat tasting Coca-Cola. There's nothing going on with this. It's like, the best way I can describe it is it's literally like drinking a dark hole that takes you nowhere. I mean, it's worth a try for those of you that are curious. You know where to find it. Give it a shot. Leave a comment down below on this video. Let me know what you thought about it. So, yeah, on to the next. Next up, what we have here is Pepsi X Peeps. This was originally a Pepsi sweepstakes item where you had to follow PepsiCo's instructions online and do what they were asking you to do in order to get a chance to enter into a drawing to win a 3-pack of these. Originally, it came with a pink, light blue, and yellow can. And then they decided to do a re-release of this, unofficial release of this on store shelves. And this is a 7.5 ounce can that came from a 10-pack of these. And it's actually very good. PepsiCo partnered up with Peeps, and they made a very special soda for Easter. And this is actually a very good soda. If you've not tried it, I super highly recommend it. It's pretty unique and amazing. Here we go. Oh yeah, still tastes just like I remembered it. Very, very unique flavor. It's very overpowering with the marshmallow Peeps flavor. They did a very good job of this. I can tell you that it tastes just like Peeps because I gave a bottle of this to Jesse. I won't say his last name, but without even looking at the bottle, when he took a sip of it, he's all like, that tastes just like that Easter marshmallow candy. And then when he looked at the bottle, he's like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what it is. Absolute must try for anybody who's not tried it. You know what to do. Go get some of it. Next up, what we have here is a can of Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. This actually reminds me a whole lot of Pepsi Blue as far as the taste goes and both the color. It's pretty stinking good. Anyways, Summer Freeze was previously known as Summer Pop. It was a Mountain Dew flavor sampled at the Mountain Outpost from June 4th to the 12th of 2022 at Doe Mountain in Tennessee, and was released in the summer of 2023 with a zero sugar variant for a limited time in the US. And it is due with a blast of summer Americana natural and artificial flavors. If you take a look at the can, you can definitely see Rocket Pops are kind of printed on the can, and the colors even up here, that big Rocket Pop red, white, and blue ring around the whole can. Well, not around about 3/4 of the can, but whew, I think they did a fairly good job in making this taste somewhat like a Rocket Pop. Let's go. And that has got a very beautiful color. It's like, yeah, it's just amazing. Although it does remind me of Pepsi Blue, it tastes quite different, but it's pretty good. It's worth a try. I would give this a very fair 7 out of 10. If you want to try it, you know what to do. Next up, what we have here is a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew Caribbean Splash. This was a Mountain Dew flavor released in the summer of 2023 this year for a limited time alongside Baja Blast and Zero Sugar as part of a promotion named Summer of Baja Blast. So this, alongside of another flavor of Mountain Dew, it was a purple one that has similar vibes to Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. it was released alongside of Baja Blast of this year in celebration of Baja Blast's store return. Here we go. Tastes very watery. It's definitely okay. I would give that a very fair 6.5 out of 10. Try it out. Okay, you guys, if you've made it this far in the video, you've done very well because this is the very last flavor and it's the very end of the video. So, next up what we have here is a 16-ounce can of Pepsi Pineapple. Is a flavor of Pepsi that was originally released in 2020 as a limited edition flavor. It was re-released in 2023 as an exclusive to Little Caesars pizza restaurants. The most likely a subtle nod to the pineapple on pizza debate. There's been very different looking cans that have been released in Japan. Rather, they still have it in Japan, I don't know. Rather, the flavor is different or the same in Japan as the US. I also don't know because I have not tried it. But either way, let's get this last soda down the hatch. Well, gee whiz, I'm not sure what to think of that one after trying all those other flavors. It kind of tastes somewhat like pineapple, not super large amount like pineapple, but since I've tried 35 or 34 other flavors before this one, I've kind of hit that point to where I just can no longer really detect very much of anything. But Pepsi Pineapple, when I have reviewed it before, I think I gave it a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. Either way, if you have not tried it, definitely give it a go. You know where you can find it. I don't think it's any longer available in Little Caesars stores, and if it is, lucky you. But yeah, very unique, very rare, short-lived flavor right here. And you guys, that was it. That was the best of all the flavors that I've done in my first year and about 4 or 5 months as a YouTuber. And if you've made it this far, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had just as much fun as I did making this video. I hope that you found it to be educational, interesting, and entertaining. This was fun for me. So, thank you for watching. Maximus the Fourth here. I am signing out, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much.